it's 9:30, May 31st, 2022. Welcome to the weather update on this record-breaking hot day. That's right, records were broken today. Looking at the satellite, you can see this is absolutely disgusting air. You can see how the clear air over there, that's the cooler air that's trying to get in here. And this is all the hazy, disgusting air that's over us. You can clearly see that kind of marked out there on the satellite. So let's talk about the records that were broken today. And you'll see here, actually there is a time lapse here. All right, there is. I actually do have something here that I actually don't. I don't have to. I already took a video of it, but we're gonna play it through here. Take a look at this. I don't know if it shows up that well here. Oh yeah, there it is. There's the backdoor cold front, and you can see the sea breeze too, right there. It kind of shows it right there on that thing, and you can see those sharp boundaries there that occurred from there. There was a sea breeze today. We didn't know if there was going to be one. There was, but it only cooled off the south shore. And it looks like special marine warning, 9:15 p.m. Special weather statement. Okay, I guess just because of the wind shift if you're out on the water. But I'm trying to go to the record event report here. They have one. All right, so they don't actually have the record report here? I don't believe it. They never actually put a record report up. Okay, we'll have to go to the climatology because Islip did break a record today. So let's go to that. And then we'll talk about this backdoor cold front. I'll switch this to here. So 93. That is a new record high for Islip for the day. Broke the record of 92. So yeah, we got up to the mid 90s today. That's right, mid-90s. And, of course, we'll go over the May's monthly weather summary tomorrow. But still very, very interesting to see that record now. Unfortunately, they did not. I'm kind of disappointed they did not put a record report up. So I wonder if Bridgeport also broke a record, too. Let's see if Bridgeport broke a record. Yep, they got up to 94. It's a record high of 91. I don't know why they didn't put a summary up of the records, but soon I'm sure most sites broke their records today. Probably not Central Park, though. 93. No, they did not break their record. JFK, I think, also broke their record. Yep, 94. That broke their record of 92. What about Newark? 98 degrees in Newark today. That's a record high. And that 98. This is what I mean with New Jersey. 96 was the record. So, yeah, a lot of records were broken today. I don't know why the Weather Service has not put a graphic up for that on their Twitter. I'm kind of surprised, actually. But we can go. If they do have a graphic, I'll put it up in my posts. I guess you'd think they would have put a graphic up, but they never did. So, there you go. So anyway, let's talk about this backdoor cold front, where it is right now, and looking at the current temperatures across the area right now. You can see where it is. It's now moving across Long Island. It's moving through Nassau County as we speak. It's still like low 80s in the alley, but we're down to 77 at Mineola. You can see also some areas on the North Shore also cooling off now into the 60s. Still 85 in Central Park. 63 at Islip with a dew point of 57. That's your backdoor cold front right there coming through. And if we look at the observations here, you will see, as soon as we can get them to load, that was pretty rapid temperature drop. Yeah, look, it came through around 7:20. 81 at 7:20, 7:30, 77, 7:40, 72. And by 8 o'clock, it was already down to 68. Look at that rapid temperature drop there. Temperatures really fell off a cliff with this backdoor cold front that came through. And you'll notice the dew points also dropping as well. So, yeah, very impressive drop when this thing moved through. And we can see West Hampton probably also had a similar impressive drop as well when this moved through. So you'll see here that, yeah, out there it moved through around 5 o'clock. You could see it went from 84 at 5:15, and then an hour later at 6:15, it was down to 63. So 20-degree temperature drop at West Hampton. That is incredible to see. That is incredible to see. So very pronounced temperature drop when this thing moves through. Really just incredible. Meanwhile, if you're in New Jersey, you're still dealing with 80s right now. 85 in Toms River right now with the killer west wind. So the backdoor hasn't gotten there yet. It also hasn't gotten to Brooklyn yet either. But, yeah, very impressive with this backdoor cold front. So let's go look at our high temperatures for the day. And you'll see this kind of tells the story as to where it was brutal everywhere. But New Jersey really was took it up a notch. Even with the west wind, it still managed to be hotter there. So on Long Island, highs were around 93. We dealt with mid-90s pretty much everywhere on Long Island. 93 at Islip. But then, look at this. You approach 100 degrees as you're getting into New Jersey here. In upper 90s in places like Toms River, also in the desert west of Toms River there, in the very, very hot desert there. 98 for a high at Coyle Field. That is absolutely brutal. So it got close to 100 degrees in New Jersey today. Absolutely just stifling. How can anyone survive that is beyond me. And it looks like 100. All right, I'm not buying these hundreds. That's a mistake. It didn't hit 100, but you can see definitely just the there. You can see you had to be right on the water to really get disregard that 107, but you had to be right on the water, literally right on the beach, and then you could have some 80s. But that was again very, very just brutal day, the kind of day that reminds you of, well, how are you going to take living in a hot climate? I can't. So, today was a kind of day. I wish I had been on the South Shore because there was a sea breeze later in the day. So let's take a look at our station here in Mineola, 77. We're going to compare this with the South Shore. So 75 right now it's saying. So, all right, it did not hit 101. All right, that's a little off. You have to subtract a few degrees. But you'll see here, no sea breeze at all. You start to see the temperature drop right now with the back door coming in. All right. Pick the station in Garden City here. All right. So, still 78. 97. It's a little more in line with what we were dealing with. But notice that there was a sea breeze that came through. I guess in Garden City they got a sea breeze because 4:30 it went from 95 down to the mid-80s. So there was a sea breeze that did come through there, just south of here, I guess. We never really got... We probably did wind up getting it too, probably, looking at, because we're going to go over some video showing you this sea breeze in action here for you. But, I mean, literally, in the afternoon, I left Mineola. It was mid-90s. I felt like I was going to drop. I mean, how do you people in Jersey deal with that? I don't understand it. I don't know how you deal with that. But meanwhile, when I got off the bus at Freeport, it was a lot cooler. So let's take a look at this station here on Atlantic Avenue in Freeport, and you'll see what I mean. So it did hit 96 earlier before the sea breeze came in, and then you can see the temperature drop. And then by the time the afternoon, it was already down to the 80s. It was a lot better on the South Shore. 10 to 15 degree difference, at least. But the sea breeze was very, very limited to just the South Shore. You can look at Mandalay as well. It was limited just to the South Shore. You can see it's cooler there already. 65. You can see where the backdoor front is. Hit 96, but look at there's the sea breeze. 2 o'clock. Boom. Came in 2 o'clock. Dropped the temperatures down. And then by the afternoon, it was by 5 o'clock, it was like 80 degrees. So think, while they're sitting pretty 80 degrees in South Wantaw, Mineola's dealing with 95. 15-degree difference there. So that's a good example there of the differences you get. So, and looking at these temperatures, you can sort of see where the back door is. Hasn't quite made it in central Nassau yet, but it's definitely made it. Looks like southeast Nassau, eastern Nassau, definitely Suffolk County. Temperatures are in the 60s there now. So we will see the drop, though it won't be as dramatic as it was out east. So let's go and look at Ridge, which probably was pretty dramatic when that backdoor cold front came through. I'm sure it was absolutely incredible. So let's see what we got. It looks like they're missing some data. So they may have had a power outage. They're missing some data, which kind of sucks. Let's see. Maybe this one will work. Yeah, all right, this one works. So they were hot all day, too. Not quite as bad as we were, around the 90-degree mark. But then here comes the backdoor cold front, at 6 o'clock, it goes from the upper 80s to around 90, and then by 7 o'clock, we're in the mid 70s, and then by 8 o'clock, we're down to the 60s. So that was very dramatic there with the backdoor cold front. Very dramatic indeed. All right. Of course, it was humid today, which made it that much worse. No need to mention that. No need to say that. That's something all of us felt today. Meanwhile, though, if you were right on the water at the Bellport Yacht Club, which seems to not be reporting here, that's not the Bellport Yacht Club. All right. Oh, we'll do Blue Point instead. So let's go Blue Point, right on the water. And I'm sure they had a pretty decent sea breeze as well. So they got up to 90, but then here comes the sea breeze, 230. Boom, drops into the 80s. And then here comes the backdoor cold front around 7 o'clock. Drops it from the upper 70s down into the mid 60s. So, yeah, that backdoor cold front really came through. And you can see some strong wind gusts, too, with this backdoor cold front, too. So we'll see some wind gusts, too, with it as well. So, yeah, very interesting to watch this backdoor cold front. Meanwhile, if you go into North Patchogue, where just a little bit away from the water, a lot warmer, and we don't even need to even look at New Jersey. All right, 94, so much warmer there, and he had to wait for a lot later to get out of it. But that backdoor front came through around 7 o'clock and dropped it from 81 to 63. 81 to 63 in a matter of 45 minutes. That's incredible. That is incredible. All right, and then if you're further out east, this is where it was even more dramatic. So if you were in Pine Valley, for instance, where it's 59 degrees right now. All right, it got up to 93, then boom, there it goes, right through. The temperature drops like a rock. So, yeah, really incredible. And the further east you go, the earlier it comes through. So if you were, say, out in Montauk, it probably moved through there like the early afternoon, probably. So it was 87. And look, this is very dramatic here. So here we are. Look at that. Literally drops like that. That's incredible. Right around 3 o'clock. So, yeah. So you can see, very interesting stuff. I love this kind of stuff. Very, very interesting stuff. And, they don't really go into detail about this on TV as much. Meanwhile, yeah, if you're in New Jersey, you're still sweating. You're still waiting for this backdoor front. It's going to be a while. Especially if you're in the Pine Barrens, west of Toms River. Let's go to Holiday City, Berkeley. Otherwise known as Hell-like Desert today, where it's still 80 degrees. Got up to 97 and no relief. See, look at that. I mean, I guess, a lot of old people like the heat. That's probably why they like moving. That's why there's so many senior developments over there. But I'm not going to be one of those people. As I get older, I have less and less of a tolerance for it. I can't take it. Actually, I have less of a tolerance for the heat. So everybody's different. People in my family generally. My relative is the same way. He can't, as he gets older, he actually can deal with it less. But you can see out there, mid 60s now. So it is heading toward us in Nassau County slowly. It's, maybe moving at about 20 to 30 miles an hour. So let's take a look at this. And this is, I filmed this from my phone, so you get to see here. Actually, we can, I'm not going to actually play it. You can see here what's going on. So here I showed, look at this. So here comes, there comes, see, this is you got two things going on here, all right? Two things. You got the sea breeze front over here. That's this green line here. And this little wedge here, this is the backdoor cold front coming through. So it's very interesting to see this. Very, very interesting to see this. And there's the backdoor cold front. So the sea breeze actually did wind up. You follow the sea breeze. There it is, moving up. So it did actually move across Long Island. It did actually get a sea breeze, I guess, in Mineola. And then as you're following the sea breeze, you're following this backdoor cold front, which moved through Connecticut first before it got to us. So yeah, very, very interesting stuff. And another video that I want to show you of this backdoor cold front, we'll close this up now, is here. The Hamptons.com camera. So this is the backdoor cold front coming through here. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. Let me get the speeds. Let me go to speed. No, playback speed. Fast. So we're going to go to 2 times playback speed. Watch what happens. Should be able to see it move through here right around this time. I mean, this is sped up, but watch what happens here. Now, they have a west wind or west-southwest wind, and you'll see what happens here. I'm going to move this a little more like this. Let's see that a little better. They have a west-southwest wind, and then what's going to happen is the wind is going to shift when this front moves through, and you're going to see it shift. You're going to see it go calm, and you're going to see it shift. I love when you get a front that's very heavily pronounced. So let's see. We should see it soon. Should be occurring soon. I've got it sped up, so it should... you're starting to see the west wind starting to die off now. Watch what happens. I wish this would play a little faster, but it only goes up to 2 times. I mean, if I could push it up ahead a little bit. No, it's going to happen really soon. So you're going to see it happen really soon here. Again, this is all sped up, but you'll see in a minute. Watch what happens here with the flag. You see the flag right there. It's showing a west wind, all right? So temperature's probably in the upper 80s to around 90, all right? And then you're going to see the wind go calm in a minute. Here it goes, starting to go calm. Again, we're at 2 times here. See, it's starting to go calm. And you're going to see this front pass very shortly. And again, this is sped up. Sorry, you have to wait a little bit here. You're going to see it in a moment here. Here, wind's going calm right now. All right, so watch what happens here. It's going to go calm. Right, now the wind is calm. All right. So now the front's going to pass. Watch this. And then it's going to shift to the east. There it goes. It's starting to blow from the east now. Isn't that cool or what? Look at that. You can see how gusty it is, too. See the flag moving? That's awesome right there. Look at that. So you can see again how the wind's just shifted like that. That's the backdoor cold front coming through right there. That, my friends, is awesome. I absolutely love that kind of stuff. I know it's not as cool as a thunderstorm, but it's still pretty damn cool, let me tell you. Pretty damn cool. So, yeah, I had to show you that. Had to show you that. So now, all right, there's the satellite. Let's go look at the radar next. A lot to cover in this weather update. It's going to be a long weather update. Oh, and there was a bad tornado in Minnesota, too, apparently. So, yeah, let's see that there as well. So, I don't know if that happened last night or with that other storm. You can see some severe weather out there. But as far as our area goes, just some isolated... We're going to have some isolated showers and thunderstorms tonight. I don't think any of these will be severe. Just isolated. We can look at the lightning and see if there's any lightning here. It looks like there is a thunderstorm that's southwest of Boston. Other than that, I'm not seeing anything. But, yeah, there could be a possibility of a pop-up shower or a thunderstorm. So let's go to the models now, and we'll go over what's going to be happening now. And we're going to just go into the regional view here. So let's go to the HRRR. You should have most of it in by now. And you'll see those chances of showers and thunderstorms might become a little more numerous as we head toward midnight. Probably nothing severe. And then as far as tomorrow goes, should be dry, a lot cooler with an east wind, plenty of clouds. And then as we get toward the early evening, we're going to have to watch for showers and thunderstorms developing to our north. And some of this activity looks pretty heavy, especially as we head toward after 9 o'clock or so. But it looks like the heavier stuff stays to our north, but still, we'll have to keep an eye on it. It'll be scattered in nature. And then as we get into Thursday, we'll have a dry day, and then we're going to have this other little wave come in and bring in another rain chance as we get into Thursday night. All right? But the main story here is those temperatures dropping. If we look at the temperatures here, you will see this backdoor cold front again. Here it is, and it's going to push to our southwest, and it looks like even much of New Jersey, except maybe western parts, will have much cooler temperatures. Highs for us, upper 60s, low 70s, much more comfortable humidity. We're going to have east winds. Looking at the dew point wind flow, you see the east winds. You can see the higher dew point pooling up over the mountains there. That could be a focal point for some showers and thunderstorms perhaps developing. But other than that, we are just going to be nice and cool for tomorrow. And then as we head into Thursday, those showers and thunderstorms are going to come from a front That's going to get hung up to the south a little bit. We have to wait for this wave to pass. And the HRR does not go far enough out to see that. All right. So we'd have to go to the GFS and show you this wave passing. So Thursday, warm up a little bit. And then by Friday, we cool off again, mid-7, and it'll be lower humidity as well. All right, so you'll see the lower humidity. But we will see an uptick in the humidity on Thursday, though it won't be nearly as bad as it was today. 2 points will be in the low 60s. Then we have nice dry air for the weekend. And it's going to be a beautiful weekend with nice dry air in place. So let's now look at the... I could look at the FV3 as well, and we only have 14 hours of that. I don't know enough of that. So let's go to the RGEM, and we'll go and look at our sky cover. And we'll look at a few sky models. All right, so tomorrow we'll see a good deal of cloudiness. Maybe a few clear periods in the morning here and there, but probably a good deal of clouds around, and it's more toward the evening, and then we'll be kind of socked in for Thursday with the clouds. And then we have to wait for this front to pass. And then once it passes, later Friday, we should start clearing out. And we should have much better conditions, especially as we get toward the later part of the day. So that should be... we have a nice weather coming up. So we're not going to have to do that. Today was absolute hell. So let me go to the NAM3. We can also use the NAM3 for sky cover. Obviously, 18Z run. And you'll see plenty of clouds around tomorrow. So expect plenty of clouds. It won't be a blue sky, but it'll be more comfortable. Thursday, the NAM's actually showing maybe a little more sun. And then we'll see more of those clouds. And that's with the rain. So this actually goes a little further out. So let me go and use this. Look at this here. And I use the wind flow because it kind of shows the wind here as well. So here we are tomorrow, dry. And then we have to watch for a chance. It's very scattered in nature, though. It's not really very impressive. And again, we have that cool marine air in place. That's going to help stabilize things. And then here comes this wave for overnight, late Thursday into Friday. That could bring us some more rain. And that's going to push this cold front through. Yeah, what a day. Very interesting day. As we watch the backdoor cold front march through here. Again, here in Mineola, we're still dealing with temperatures in the mid-70s. It's starting to cool off already. You can see upper 60s in Hicksville. And then as you head to Suffolk County, Deer Park's already got mid-60s. So it's all cooling off tonight. The heat is going away, thank God, because today was absolutely horrible. And yes, it made me feel quite sick. So that is going to wrap up this weather update. This is why how would I ever survive in a place like New Jersey where it's like this a lot more than on Long Island? I don't know how anyone can. I don't know how I can survive it. Those who like the heat, that's great. And I know somebody posted he likes the heat. That's great. But I don't like the heat. It makes me sick. And I'm so glad it's gone. So that's going to wrap up this weather update. Thank you for watching and have a good night.